Hey, Medium Popcorn fam, it's Brandon Collins back with another interview for our YouTube page. This one's with an incredibly talented musician, author, and now director, Questlove of The Roots. I got to speak with him about his amazing documentary, Summer of Soul, which you can watch right now on Hulu. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and podcast on all podcast applications. Special thanks as always to AAFCA for the opportunity. Now here's my interview with Questlove. Hello, Brandon Collins and the Media and Popcorn Podcast. First of all, where did Tony Lawrence get all those outfits? I'm just joking. There's just so many outfits.
Man, you know what? The biggest mystery to us that I'm praying for. If there's a Hail Mary pass that I want to catch, we could not. Like Tony Lawrence has done something that's impossible. He's literally disappeared off the radar. We don't know if he's alive or dead or any of those things. Like we had a paper trail and kind of lost him in 1985. And even those that knew him, whatever, it's just like one day he just up and split. Like he just literally disappeared. So, of course, the storybook ending, of course, is he shows up and like, I'm here all the time, in one of his fringe outfits and sombreros. But yeah, I will say that his fashion sense and his confidence, like that taught me a lot because, if anything, I feel like there's a lot of all the things I've done. I've never had like self-doubt or any trepidation of, can I do this record or can I do this book or can I do the Tonight Show? This is the first time in my entire career in which I like had pause and sort of like maybe like the ghost of imposter syndrome was like starting to set in or that sort of thing. But, I just kept watching Tony Lawrence and the fact that he was able to really have complete control of over 300,000 people that year with such confidence. And that's what I learned from him. Like he had the audacity to fantasize about a festival, an unprecedented festival that nothing of this ever happened before for like Black pop music. And just the audacity of him having the confidence and the wherewithal to put it together and to be the host of it. That taught me a lot and a lot about myself in 2020.
Thank you, and great job. This is a beautiful piece of work. It's the first movie of the year to make me cry. So,
thank you, man. Thanks.
Hey, Questlove, Brandon Collins again from Media and Popcorn. I'm curious about what surprised you the most when seeing all this never before released footage, listening to all these performances and the stories of the people that were there for the festival in person.
Besides the fact that. Well, again, but benign racism or racism really isn't shocking to me anymore. But just the whole time I was just like, wow, like, because there was a period where I like watched Woodstock twice just to make sure I didn't repeat anything or unknowingly go into kind of territory that had already been discussed before. And, I was just like, in seeing the story of Woodstock, I was like, wow, if even 20% of what happened at Woodstock, 10% of what happened at Woodstock happened at the Harlem Cultural Festival, you would have heard of the Harlem Cultural Festival. Like Harlem Cultural Festival would have probably been painted in the same way that Altamont was painted as the anti-Woodstock, like where, the brother was killed by the Hells Angels, and nothing happened. So, no, that's not shocking to me. It was just shocking, like how easy revisionist history winds up being, because, I learned that the Woodstock event itself wasn't the thing that made Woodstock a household name. It was the Woodstock movie. The Woodstock movie is then what suddenly turned this into the most important event of all time in the world. We don't care what you say. And all I kept asking myself was just like, what like I luckily landed into a place where I found music because I chose two people who were in music to be my guides. But, you know, what about the other millions of people that could have watched this film and had their lives transformed? And, you know, not to discredit my all-time favorite television show, like Soul Train actually winds up being the Black joy epicenter that will fill that gap. You know, the first vision of Black joy, Afrocentricity, all those things. Soul Train represents that. But this film could have been that. So in making this, I know that it's 50 years out the gate, but I still feel like this film has legs and life to inspire and still teach lessons that we're still learning right now.